In today's day and age, technology is inevitable. Members of Generation Alpha are digital natives. They're the first generation to grow up in a world where they have always had internet technology and easy access to it. While it's a helpful tool, it's also a big responsibility. That's why a Starkville man has brought 2 bills to the Mississippi State Capitol to help keep children safe online. Brian Montgomery is passionate about keeping minors safe online after tragedy struck his family in December of 2022. The Montgomerys lost their son Walker to a scheme called sextortion.
This was an attack in one single night where Walker was convinced to have a sexual encounter with somebody through Instagram, and they threatened him with that information, with that content, and Walker took his own life. It literally was an attack. I mean, this all happened over one night. It gives you the gravity of this scheme and what it can do to kids.
Brian Montgomery hopes no other family has to deal with such a painful loss, and he's turned his own pain into action. He has presented 2 bills to the Mississippi legislature to protect children online. Montgomery says there needs to be some kind of oversight in place that protects minors on social media platforms.
One makes sextortion a crime. If someone sexually extorts somebody, then that is a named crime in Mississippi, assuming that bill passes. The other bill actually puts some restrictions on social media companies. Certain types of content that we know are harmful to kids is prevented from reaching those kids. It also provides avenues for parental oversight to make sure that those kids are being protected from the things they don't need to be engaged in.
One of the bills was introduced in the House and has passed there. It's now being reviewed by a Senate committee. Lindsay Clemens is an attorney with a background in working with similar cases. She uses her experience to talk to children about being careful online. She says, sadly, scenarios like this are a nationwide crisis.
My fear is that, especially in our community, that we're more susceptible, and our kids are more susceptible to this kind of attack because we are family oriented. When someone exploits that, gets them in a vulnerable position, and then threatens to release that, it feels like their entire world will end if it gets out.
We're not talking about First Amendment rights for a grown adult. We're talking about our kids, and their development is so important that they're encountering information that they can't digest until they're a certain age. Their brains are not fully developed. And so setting them into a different category we feel is reasonable.
Brian Montgomery is urging others to voice their concerns to the Senate for the bills to pass.